Hey guys, welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. In this video, we're going to go over what we can expect in Destiny 2 Season of Dawn. If you do like the video, subscribing and liking really means a lot. And so, let's get right on to the video. So, for the first thing that we're going to go over is that for the weapons and armor, not for the artifact yet, but for the weapons and armor, we're going to think a 50 to 60 power level increase. So from 1,000 to 10 to 1,020, so around that is probably where this season will end, with the power level of the weapons and light level. Of course, also I want to note that we might end the curse on the Dreaming City this season, because this season we will actually reach 1,000 power level without the artifact, with actually weapons and armor. So be aware of that. If you guys do want me to cover that in another video, please smash that like button and subscribe so you can look at that. So yeah, so we're thinking at a 50 to a 60 light boost for this season, and we can expect for the other next seasons a 50 to 60 light boost. So we'll probably be around at almost to 1,200 probably at the end of this year, so be aware of that. So the thing that we're going to also talk about is the new artifact. Of course, this artifact will be gone as soon as Season of Undying is over, so be aware that you will not see this artifact ever again, and there will be a whole new artifact with all new mods. So yeah, and this will probably make it so you can go to unlimited power again. So you will be able to go to unlimited power every season, but again, this will have some cool mods. So we're expecting maybe up to 30 mods, as if you can see here, 25 to 30 mods on some new stuff. I would also love more mods to come in this season, but again, we can expect like some of these new mods, like the energy costs, all those sick mods with like Unstoppable Knight. So we might have that again, or there might be something completely new for this next artifact, and we don't know what it is because we do not know what the new seasonal event happening, because there will be two events always happening in the new season, because there will be a new evolving world. We'll get onto that at a later date. But of course, the next thing we're going to talk about is the season pass. Now there will be a whole new season pass from tier 100 all the way again, tier 100. They might add in extra tiers this season, but who knows. But a whole new season pass for Season of Dawn. Now we're expecting 2 season weapons and 1 exotic for all free players. Of course, when we got it for Season of the Undying, we got the Ariana's Vow, and then we got those auto rifle and the machine gun. Of course, you could get them if you didn't have the premium season, if you didn't buy Shadowkeep. But of course, we're going to expect something like that to happen. We are expecting a whole new armor set, which will happen with, of course, some cool mods. And then at the end of the season, we will have ornaments also. So be sure you want to finish this whole season of Undying Battle, this whole season pass, so you can get on to the next season, because there's amazing rewards in this pass. I'm going to tell you tons of rewards. Now we're going to talk about the seasonal activity. So there will probably be 1 to 2 seasonal activities per the annual pass itself. So we are expecting probably something big in this season, probably something minimal, but of course it's only like $13 per season now. But something amazing that will happen. Of course, there will be another seasonal activities for all free players, so there will be 2 events happening at the same time. There will be 1 event that requires nothing, and it's free to all players, and then there will be 1 event that you cannot go to without the annual pass. So like the Nightmares, you had to have Shadowkeep for that, but Vex Offensive you didn't. So we are expecting also an evolving world, so there will probably be something added on to it, and it will probably be really cool. So be aware that will happen in this season, Season of 10 and Season 11. So that will probably be really cool to have all this new events happening, and we'll get into more events later. We are expecting 5 to 6 exotic weapons that's happening in this season also. So we're expecting probably 1 whole new raid. I'll get into raids later. 1 raid with 1 exotic. With that, we'll probably expect 3 to 4 exotic quests and probably 1 RNG thing. But with the activity, there might be an exotic connected to the activity as in the quest. But yeah, 5 to 6 exotics. If they do not add 5 to 6 exotic weapons in total, they might add 1 exotic armor piece for each character. But again, I wouldn't think that because it doesn't really work each season. So I feel like it would be better if they just added weapons for the season. But Bungie always switches it up each season with the exotics. But yeah, it's going to be pretty cool because there's still a lot of legendary weapons that are really overpowered, and that comes each season. So be aware that there will be lots of weapons in this season. There will be around probably a lot more than I'm expecting. But the next thing we're going to cover over is badges. There will probably be 3 badges in total: one for the raid, one for the annual pass, whatever annual pass activity, and one for the free players activity. I'm just going to call it that. Of course, we are expecting one exotic for that badge. So again, there will probably be one exotic linked to it. An exotic quest might come 2 to 3 to probably the end of the season because of the Leviathan's Breath then come 2 weeks after the season launched. So be aware that the exotics won't launch on day 1. There will probably be some shaders, emblems, and some cool cosmetics into the game, so that would be pretty cool. And we're expecting probably 3 to 4 armor sets with tons of weapons, so I'm guessing 5 for each, and maybe there will be 10 for the cool annual pass. But again, there will probably be a lot of weapons that's coming in the season, such as ships, sparrows, ghost shell, shaders, and emblems also with that. And we all know that this is going to come next season. There will probably be 3 to 2 seals for this season. There will probably be 1 seal for the raid, 1 seal for the free activity, and 1 seal for the annual pass activity. Of course, we did have this as for the moon. We did have 1 seal for that, 1 for the raid, and 1 for the Vex offensive. So one of them will be limited only for that season. The other 2 you can still get. So just a reminder of that you will have to finish your Season of Undying badge, and if you don't have that badge, then if you don't get it in time, then that badge will go away and you won't finish Vex Offensive because it will end Season of Undying. So will the other activities in Season 9, Season 10, and Season 11, so we can expect a new seal every single season, and there will be a raid seal that will happen. And raids are probably maybe going to be around 4 to 5 encounters for this season, so that will be pretty cool to go over. So 4 to 5 encounters. I know we had Garden of Salvation with only 4, and we had Crown and Scourge with only 4 encounters, but who knows, we might add 5 encounters. Of course, the last 2 are just boss phase 1 and boss phase 2, but of course those are probably maybe will be added. So maybe 5 encounters, maybe 4, but who knows what's going to go on with that. Before I go over and the more other stuff, I want to go over that they will have more of mods and weapons in this season. Again, I'm thinking around 20 to 30 weapons and maybe more mods because of the new artifact. And yeah, remember that there will be actually more materials also. So they may add materials to the season because I know some people might get a little bit annoyed because of the upgrade stuff. I heard about that, but they might add more materials. I wouldn't think so, but they might do. So be aware of that. Remember to get all your materials from this season, the season pass, so you don't need to worry about infusion and stuff like that till next season. And yeah, they might add more stuff. So yeah, so let's get on to the next thing. There will be Eververse items. So again, I don't really want to get over too much stuff for this. There will be emotes and stuff. I didn't put that in the season pass information, but again, there will be some new emotes and stuff like that. So then ships, and there will be some silver offers. Again, we had about 4 to 6 silver sparrows that can only be acquired by you getting silver, and then there was some other stuff by silver ships and stuff like that. So there will be some things that are only acquired by silver in the season. I know I hate it, but again, they might be sold in Bright Dust. There will also be 2 events happening in the season. There will be the Dawning and there will be Crimson Days. Now these 2 events, Crimson Days is only a week, but Dawning is 2 weeks. These will have new weapons, activities, and stuff like that. So expect more stuff for this season, and I am gonna freak out because last season we only had Festival of the Lost, but this is a season where we have 2 events. We have one probably the week after launch, and then we have one at the end of the season. So there's probably gonna be more stuff going throughout the season. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. In Season 9, there will be ritual weapons. Now, there will be 3 in total: Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit. By the way, subscribing and liking and turning up that bell. We will have some guides on how to get these weapons if you want to get them on day 1, so be aware of that. So, yeah. By the way, ritual weapons will be not very difficult, but they will take some time. Of course, we are expecting maybe a shotgun or a rocket launcher this next season, but who knows what's going to happen because it changes every season. And yeah, so there will be one for Gambit, one for Vanguard, and one for Crucible. So for this next season, there's not going to maybe be a strike or a Crucible map because they did say in the annual pass last year for the Season of Force, Season of Drifter, and Season of Opulence that there wasn't going to be one, and unfortunately there wasn't. So unfortunately there might not be a Crucible map, but that doesn't mean that there will be a Crucible mode. They did add momentum control, which is probably like the one-shot kill thing with, and it helps you get Randy's throwing knife, so be sure to do that. But of course, there will maybe be a PvP mode that's happening in the season, and maybe in more seasons. There will be Crucible updates in the season, so, potentially there will be a mode maybe added in the season 10, and Season 11. So that could be pretty cool to go over. And yeah, there will also be Iron Banner, and maybe they'll add more weapons or armor to that. I would love if they did that. Again, it would be amazing. And yeah. One of the other things I want to cover is that there will be an evolving world. Of course, this does mean that there might be something that launches on day 1, and then there will probably be something evolving throughout the whole 3-month period until the very end. I know we just had the final assault and wasn't very interesting or didn't give you powerful rewards, but there will be something happening every season, and it will probably be evolving. They did state in Season 10 that there will be something intense, so there might be something interesting in Season of Dawn this season. Of course, minor things that they might add is like finishers and, emotes and stuff like that. Of course, Crucible updates, stuff that are very minor, but still will be added in the season. Of course, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Subscribing and liking really does mean a lot to the channel. In this video, we did go over what may happen, what we can expect in Season of Dawn. By the way, I'm going to put a poll up here if you guys, want to know. Maybe I'm going to switch to another game. I want you guys to hear feedback. I didn't post for the last 5 days, and I want you guys' feedback on that. Should I be going to a different game? Should I play more Destiny, but something different than just guides? What do you guys want to see on the channel? Tutorials? Well, that's kind of like guides, but stuff that, something else like that. What do you guys want to see? I would love that if you guys could put it in the comments down below, and I will put a poll above. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and bye guys.